Maniacs, welcome back to the channel, your local bedhead here. We are diving into Sam and Colby's Doll Island video, and we're not going to waste too much time because this video is probably going to be over an hour long, so I will be probably pausing it and talking over it and things like that, and if you guys are okay with that, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. When it comes to Sam and Colby, I find a lot of entertainment value from them. It's just recently I beginning to notice a lot more things, and I start pointing out more things, so if you are a Sam and Colby fan, you know, just be aware of what you're getting yourself into. I'm a reactor. I obviously want to throw in the logic if I can. I try to, as much as possible, throw in the logical thinking and the critical thinking and the logical sides to what the paranormal could be. And when it comes to locations like this, I truly believe it's more for show than it is really haunted. At least that's what it feels like to me. Go check out the original video, of course. Go support those original videos, because without those original videos, I wouldn't be reacting. And let's go ahead and dive into this Sam and Colby video, and I'll tell you guys what I think during and after the video.
What's up, guys? It's Sam and Colby.
Today, we are here in Mexico City visiting the infamous Doll Island, which has over 4,000 haunted dolls.
It's also known for ancient Aztec human sacrifices and can possibly be the origin of the spirit La Llorona,
Who we are going to try to summon tonight.
Really? The origins of La Llorona. La Llorona? La Llorona. I did not know that. That's news to me. Look, do I believe in the haunted doll island? To be blunt with everybody here, I'm kind of, when it comes to places like this that gather a bunch of specific objects. So like, for me, for example, this is a good example actually, the Clown Motel. Clown Motel is just a motel with a bunch of artifacts and clowns and yada yada yada. And most of the activity that I've noticed that happens there are mainly practical jokes pulled on friends. So, you know, you bring your group of friends over there and you just get somebody dressed up like a clown. You get the owner to dress like a clown. He actually has participated in pranks at the Clown Motel. That's mainly what goes on there, which is fun. That's great. As for the Clown Motel being haunted, there's really not a whole lot of like spiritual paranormal evidence that really comes to mind. And I feel like the Doll Island could be very similar in a sense. I'm not sure if this place is really haunted or not. It very much could be. But when I think of places like this, I mean, it would be even if it wasn't like known as a haunted location, it'd be just a cool island. Just a good sight to see. Like, I don't know. These kind of places don't really make me jump with glee like, oh, some paranormal activity is going to happen. It's not really like that. It's just a bunch of creepy dolls that somebody had been collecting over the years, and older dolls and just dolls in general that have been getting kind of weared and teared over however long they've been there. You know, the weather will do these kind of things to them. It's not like they're rotted away like they're haunted looking. It's just these are dolls that are being damaged by just storms and natural disasters, or not natural disasters, but weather. You know, I think they're cool and I think it's awesome, but I don't know if it's haunted. I don't know if we're there yet.
Oh. She says if we stay, we're in danger.
Yeah.
We are ready to do our ritual.
I can never come back.
This trip to Doll Island is going to take 2 hours by boat, but before that, let me introduce you to our new friend, Fede! Fede is the largest Spanish-speaking creator on the planet.
Oh,
okay.
I love horror content, and I'm so excited because I watch your videos, and I'm so happy to do this collab.
Well, let's go summon some spirits. Let's get on this boat.
All right, let's see what you got. Hold on one second. Okay, I thought that was ramen for a second, like a bunch of ramen. Just a bunch of bags of chips, which makes sense, depending on how long they're going to be out there, right? I guess, actually, now that I think about it, if something were to happen to that boat and they were stuck maybe on the island, they would need something to eat. Makes perfect sense. Be prepared. Figured I'd mention something.
The Isla de las Muñecas, I hope I got that right, holds over 4,000 haunted dolls, which many believe make it one of the most haunted places in the world. Dolls are widely known as vessels that can be easily possessed because of their resemblance to humans.
Like we said, this island is extremely difficult to get to, and some guides will refuse to take tourists just because of how paranormally active it is.
Dude.
Maybe this is why it takes 2 hours to get there.
Because people like me
Because
drive.
Colby is gonna run us into the goddamn wall. Look at our pace right now. We are flying.
So fast, I gotta slow down, man.
Woo! You doing good? Bueno?
We'll get down there and start paddling with your feet. Hold on to the end of it and just start kicking.
He's lying.
He's lying?
At night, the dolls of this island are said to come alive, moving their heads or blinking their eyes, and the sounds of laughing and whispering are often heard.
God,
Footsteps
that was a cool ass clown
moving their
doll.
heads or blinking their eyes, and the sounds of laughing
Look at that guy. He's got his hand on his chest.
and whispering are often heard. Footsteps and emotional unease are also very common. People even say that they've seen shadow figures walking along the bridges. Chicken in the back.
Chickens! When's the last time, Fede, you've ghost hunted?
I think it was yesterday.
Yesterday.
Oh yeah, you're right.
We just did a video on his channel, ghost hunting in a graveyard, so go check that
Yeah,
out.
how'd you forget that, man? Why'd you
My
ask?
bad. I'm sorry. Does that mean that you believe in ghosts?
Hey, you know what? Content creators have a lot on their mind. Sometimes they forget. Sometimes they stumble. I know I have been stumbling a lot lately.
I completely believe in ghosts.
You've actually been to this doll island before, right?
Yeah, twice.
God.
What?
Yeah, as soon as you get in, you feel like all the dolls are staring at you, and there's so many spiders as well.
Oh god, no.
Yeah, that's gonna be scarier than the ghosts. Also, huge news, guys. We are going to be dubbing our entire channel in Spanish. So, if you are a Spanish speaker, like Fede, you know,
Wow.
watch our videos in Spanish.
Muy bien.
Yes.
Muy bien, gracias, y usted.
If I were to say our channel is now in Spanish, how do I say that?
Nuestro canal ahora está doblado al español.
I'm gonna just jump off this boat.
Goodbye. Before we get there, I wanted to tell the story about Don Julian and why this place is called Doll Island in the first place.
Oh god, there's a chicken!
I'd assume it's called Doll Island because of all the dolls. God, I come off like a jackass. I don't know. State the obvious.
The hauntings of Doll Island begin with a man named Don Julian in the early 1950s. For unknown reasons, he left his family to live alone on a triangular-shaped island, or chinampa. One day, he was working on his farm when he saw a strange object floating down the canal. When he got closer,
Was it a
he
doll?
realized that it was the body of a little girl who had drowned face down, floating in the water. So he dragged her out, but unfortunately, she had drowned. Then the next day, right where her body was found, there was a doll floating in the water.
Upside down, exactly how her body was.
So he assumed that this doll was from the little girl. So he took it out of the water and then hung it in a tree out of respect for the spirit of this little girl. But after he did this,
Wow.
he started to
Honestly, that I guess is kind of sweet, as a memorial kind of thing. It would make sense that if she was out there and she unfortunately did drown, that maybe she had a doll with her. Maybe the doll fell into the pond or the lake and she tried to go in after it. Scary, you know. Always need adult supervision around like lakes and bodies of water because that shit can happen.
experience extreme paranormal manifestations every single night. His crops would wither, he would hear screaming and moaning, and see shadow figures. The scariest part of this is allegedly the spirit of the drowned girl would visit him at night and say that he failed to save her. And so the story goes that for the next 50 years, he began collecting.
I don't want to come off like I'm trying to throw in facts and logic, but that's kind of what I do. I don't blame him for feeling guilt. I think anybody would feel guilt if they had found, you know, this poor child's body floating upon the lake and he unfortunately had to come across it. I mean, maybe he does start, you know, maybe he questioned himself. I mean, like, well, maybe if I just at least noticed a lot sooner, I could have saved her. I mean, these are things that can definitely have a psychological effect on a person. And that if that is in case, you know, the truth of the matter, I would not surprise me at all that the man might have been dealing with some serious depression because of finding that body. That's actually heartbreaking to hear it. Not saying it was paranormal. I'm not saying it was paranormal. Like it could have been, but I mean, if this man felt the guilt, of course, like that's going to haunt him.
Dolls in order to keep warding off these evil spirits and protecting himself because every single night he would be haunted by this girl's spirit.
That means if we stay the night in the island, we're gonna see her.
Quite possibly, and the spirit of Don Julian himself.
Don Julian's actually known to be on the island roaming around because the craziest part of this whole story is 50 years after he moved onto the island, he had a heart attack right next to the canal and fell in face down and drowned right at the exact same spot that he originally found the little girl. And then
How do we know that? How do we know it was in the exact same spot that he found the little girl? it's things like that that you start to notice when people are telling these kind of stories. Do we have actual factual proof that this man fell face first in the exact spot that he found this little girl's body? I mean, or is it just being added on in there to make it sound like there's a coincidence? I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to do my research. Maybe after the video, I'll go and look that up.
After he died, all the people of the town hung up more and more dolls, so now there's thousands, trying to ward off all the paranormal activity that happens on this island.
Guys, I think I'm regretting. I just want to go home.
This is why we made you come all the way here before we told you the story, so there's no going back.
Okay.
Okay. Can't do it.
I think that's it right there.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
They look so scary.
Oh god, it's massive. Those dolls are huge. Is this a big island?
Kind of.
Kind of?
It depends on how big is for you.
I mean, it doesn't have to be a big island for us to like film an awesome video, right?
Yeah, it doesn't need to be big to be like a really cool.
Like it could be a small island.
Yeah, it can be like really small. Like.
It could be a tiny island, but like have the best story.
Yeah,
and it's
dude.
really cool.
It's fun.
This is gonna be completely different than whatever we've seen before.
This brings me so bad memories, guys.
Oh no, bringing them trauma again. I'm sorry.
I don't know if I'm gonna forgive you after this.
Well,
This might be first and last video
Well.
with Fede, guys. Sorry.
I mean, I guess that's kind of on you, pal. Like you could have stayed.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh
it's cool.
God. Right as we get here, there's gonna be thousands of these dolls.
Oh my god! I just saw like a huge spider. No, what? I swear, in the sky.
Oh my god, yeah, you can't see it. That's huge.
look, they're above us.
Oh, this is so bad. Some of these dolls have been here for decades.
Yeah. Oh my god, that one's so creepy.
It doesn't even have eyes anymore.
Looks like a Cabbage Patch Kid that lost its eyes. Yeah, again, a lot of these are probably just completely worn out from the weather. All of the ones that are outside, at least.
What? Look at these ones. Oh
They were
my
probably-
God, a full mannequin. That kind of looks like the thing we sold on shopexplore.com, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. Same with this, dude.
That's your merch.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Oh, thank you, man.
It's not like that.
I'm so scared that there's gonna be spiders everywhere, dude. Oh god! This guy's eyes. That's so creepy. Dude, I don't think I'm ever gonna get used to this. There's so many dolls. Like you said, Fede, it looks like they're staring down your soul everywhere you look.
Look at this one inside. Like she's looking at us.
Wait, that's so scary. Wait, let's go try to find it.
My name is Daniela. I am the Mexican guide.
Let's go.
All right, she's helping make sure we don't die tonight.
Oh my god, dude. There's just body parts.
Not the
Out of curiosity, how many documented deaths happened on this island? Has anybody died here besides the owner, the previous owner?
good ones, though. I mean, what? Dude, it just gets worse. Look up to your right.
That one's a clown.
No.
You know a lot about clowns, right, Fede?
Yeah, yes I do.
These jars are filled with
I do too.
doll heads, they're all cracked open, destroyed. That's so scary.
This one just has the eyes only.
Oh god.
Have you noticed that they're hanging from
From the neck.
the neck? Yeah.
Oh, that's really scary. Almost all of them are hung from the neck.
That Mickey Mouse has a pentagram on his forehead.
Oh my god. I wonder if people come here to do like satanic rituals.
For sure.
Isn't there like stories about this place that nearby the Aztecs used to do human sacrifices?
There's like a mountain a few miles away where every single 52 years somebody would be sacrificed.
I don't wanna be one of them.
The Aztecs established an empire.
No, trust me, I don't think anybody does. This place is definitely rigged to creep people out. Definitely. I'm not saying like the natural look of the dolls after like so many years of wear and tear on them after the weather and stuff doesn't help, but like everything just feels like it is set up to make you uncomfortable. Okay, like the jars with the doll eyes in it. Like who would have thought of that? And the only thing I can think of if they wanted to do something like that was to like make it unsettling, just make it creepy. And like the Clown Motel, where I don't think the Clown Motel is necessarily as creepy as the Doll Island. At least it's not set up that way. Well, unless you're afraid of clowns, then you might be a little bit freaked out by the Clown Motel. Not really as much like things set up like the Clown Motel as they are here, where it feels like they'll find anything. They'll just find any doll and just hang it up in a creepy ass way and make you unsettled by it. I have no doubt that I mean it feels like it's set up to do that, which is cool. I love places like this. I would go out of my way to go there myself because I think it would be a fun experience. I don't know if it's like demonic or plagued by something evil, but it does have an interesting story behind it, and there is some ounce of creepiness to it. Like, this would be a crazy Halloween kind of video where we just go to the doll island. If you ever want to see this kind of stuff, by the way, become a channel member. Channel members are the best way to help to continue making the channel go because, again, we do not make a lot of ad revenue with these reactions. Most of the reactions I do are pretty much copyright claimed. So it's just I do reactions because I enjoy them, and I also do them for you guys to really give you my thoughts and opinions on certain things. But if you really want to help out the channel, like, make sure it continues to stay going as much as or for as long as possible, become a channel member by going down below and clicking that join button. And it really does help out a lot. It's only $1.99 a month, and it's a monthly kind of payment thing that will kind of like ensure that our channel keeps going. We make the money that we can. I can get the equipment we need to make better content, and even at some point might bring on some friends like Sam and Colby to help me do some of these reactions and help me make content.
These same canals back in the 1300s that lasted 200 years. On an extinct volcano near these canals, the Aztecs would perform ceremonies that involved human sacrifices to appease the gods and make sure the world does not end. The priest would take a tool named the fire drill to slice through the chest and extract the sacrifice's heart. Maybe the blood of those human sacrifices flowed through these same canals that surround Doll Island.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Buenas noches, bienvenidos a la original Isla de las Muñecas, ¿vale? Esta historia se basa en 1950, donde el señor Julián era un investigador.
She has a staff with doll heads on it. That's kind of fucking epic. Well, just like that.
Un día encontró esta muñeca. Esta es nuestra primera muñeca que llegó a esta isla, la que tiene los girasoles. Tiene más de 70 años aquí. Sí, esa es la primera.
Okay, dude, so the guide said that this is the first doll Don Julian found that I was talking about in the early 1950s.
Wait, the one that was floating in the water upside down?
Yes, after the girl died.
Oh, so apparently this doll has probably been here for like over 60 years.
Yeah, 70.
No wonder it's so decrepit. It's like falling apart. Imagine if this was actually like a resemblance of the actual little girl that died. That's so sad.
It's really sad.
As long as it doesn't come to life, we're okay.
Other than right here, where are the most paranormally active areas?
La cabaña de Julián. Sí, allí justo también hay una muñeca que nos vinieron a dejar de España. Donde la niña decía igual lo mismo, que ella veía mucho a la muñeca bailar y moverse justo aquí.
The second most haunted location is Don Julian's hut, where he lived and collected dolls all his life. And even after his death, Don Julian's spirit is seen walking around the entire island. Since then, people from all around the world send dolls to this island, including ones they believe to be haunted, which adds to the paranormal activity of the island.
Or at least, in my opinion, the creepy factor. I mean, that's like a bunch of people sending me a bunch of clowns, and I started turning my house into a clown house. I'm sure there's going to be somebody who's going to be like, you know what, I feel uncomfortable in that house. I have no doubt that you do. And then the conversation of like, you know, I might have seen something. Oh, yeah, I'm sure you're paranoid from seeing all these fucking creepy-ass clowns. You might even think one of them moved on you. Right? It's not hard. It's paranoia. It can make you do and say crazy things. I mean, it can make you see things, too. I've been paranoid, and I've seen shadows. And then I'll realize, oh, that was actually my buddy passing by the door frame, and I overreacted and over-exaggerated. That can happen. It's not an impossibility. I have to always repeat myself. I'm not saying the place isn't haunted, because, by God, it could be. But, I'm trying to throw that in there, because, like, this is a doll island. There's no way in hell nobody's going to not walk in there and not get paranoid, right?
The house of Don Julian.
Say that in Spanish.
Casa de Don Julian.
Casita de Don Julian.
Close enough.
Yeah.
All right,
Dumping
dude.
in Spanish.
Sorry, I took French in high school, dude.
La cabaña donde Don Julián empezó justo esta historia.
This is where all began. ¿Y cuál es la muñeca que dijiste que tenían? La que está atrás de ti.
Which one?
Ah, ¿esa? Sí. Ah,
This one?
sí.
What's wrong with that one?
The one they brought from Spain because it has like paranormal.
Oh, so that's a really haunted doll?
Yeah.
As she said, some people came with the equipment that you guys have,
Yeah.
and they tried those equipments with these dolls. These dolls have paranormal activity.
These are the most haunted dolls.
¿Cuál es la que tiene como más actividad paranormal?
Agustina.
Augustina.
She said that the doll Augustina is the most cursed doll in this island.
Let's go see it. There's a specific doll here named Augustina, who is known as the most powerful doll on the island. She's known to bless and protect people from evil. Similar to the Robert the Doll story, Don Julian thought Augustina was alive and would even talk to her for protection. Augustina is housed by an altar in a hut that's at the entrance to the island. This hut is known as the most active location on the island, and the original doll that Don Julian found floating in the water is also here.
Él decía que esta muñeca es la más especial en esta isla. Esta muñeca se llama Agustina. Esta muñeca tiene el don de alejar todas las malas energías, todas las malas vibras, etc.
She's the one that can get rid of the bad energy and the envy. She has like powers.
But you have to give her an offering, right?
Le podemos dar una ofrenda también.
Exacto, cualquier obsequio no significa que sea de valor ni mucho menos. Pueden notar, les dejan moñitos, pulseras, lo que sea como ofrenda hacia Agustina.
Did you guys bring something to
Offer.
Yeah,
We
brought
did.
some offerings.
She said that when they come here and visit the dolls, if they don't give them offers, sometimes when they go home, they feel like anxious and they don't feel correct. They feel like something's missing, so they come back and say sorry. They leave something for them.
So it's just kind of an extra thing for them to feel like they don't have nothing following them home. I wonder how many people have been to this island and still felt anxious even after giving her like an actual set, like just something. Or was it like the power of suggestion, I think is what I was trying to get at, maybe? Like that suggestion, where someone tells you like, oh no, you'll feel better though once you like give this doll something. You'll go home feeling a lot better. Hey, you're right, I feel a lot better. It's because they suggested it, and that's why you're thinking it. And I'm just throwing in that. I know. I'm throwing it in because I think it's important to throw it in every once in a while.
You're saying the energy follows them home?
Correct.
Yes.
Oh, great. So we definitely should give someone an offering.
I didn't bring anything, so I can leave my iPhone.
This looks really intense, and if this was the home of the first ever doll here, maybe this is where we start our investigation.
We have to, yeah. And guys, you gotta stay to the end of this video because we're gonna be splitting up and then we're gonna do a full-on ritual. Oh my god, dude! Look at this doll's head. Look what's on the doll's head right there.
Oh yeah.
Do you see it, Sam? Come over here.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That is terrifying.
Giant spider.
And look at the doll that it's on. It's a screaming baby.
Because he got a spider on his head.
Yeah, it's probably mad.
I'm gonna do something.
Oh, what if he jumps? Oh my god. Oh god.
So this is Augustina, the only named doll on the entire island. Also the most powerful. It is said that if you get on her good side, maybe even give her an offering, she's said to bless you and protect you from the evil spirits. So we decided, why not, for the very, very first thing we do, give her an offering and hopefully make her like us.
And luckily we did bring an offering. We did our research because if we didn't, she might curse us.
Or just let us get followed home. We brought the best offering, Feliz Navidad.
Merry Christmas, baby.
How, you know Spanish.
I'm telling you, I do, man.
fluent
I
in
took it in
past
like
life.
3rd grade. Can you open mine, dude? I'm filming.
Why do you want to open it? Are you going to suck on it?
I'm just trying to suck that before we give it to Augustina.
Have you ever had a quick suck before an investigation?
I don't know if I should respond that.
All right, so we got to take this offering very seriously because that doll, Don Julian said, would literally come to life, walk around at night, and he would talk to it.
Very, very similar to Robert the Doll. Although we have been joking around, Augustina, we want your blessing. We want to make this offering, we want you on our side, because genuinely we came here to understand the hauntings of Doll Island. Whether that be human possession of those who drowned around the canals, or something non-human. There's a lot of rumors that some of these dolls could be possessed by something a little darker. Either way, we want your help and protection. Augustina, here is my offering. Please give us your blessing.
Agustina, acá está mi ofrenda, dale tu bendición.
Augustina, here is my offering. Please protect us tonight.
No.
Shit. Thank you.
All right, let's see if that worked by grabbing some equipment out and seeing if we can get contact with her.
The investigation. We're actually starting it pretty early on in. It's only been 15 minutes, and we're already getting into the investigation. I hate to say it, but the man who owned this island, I wouldn't be surprised if what I was saying was kind of true. When you surround yourself with that many dolls, because you might personally believe that whatever so complicated because you obviously don't want to show disrespect to the story. I mean, there are genuinely people who probably truly heart to heart feel like this could have actually happened, and maybe it did. This was back in like the 50s, so I mean, for all I know, but like I'm also trying to throw in the logic too. I don't want to just throw in just the paranormal. This man seemed like he was kind of depressed, paranoid, guilted, and it was all playing a huge role in his personal story and what people, now today talk about. It seems like this guy had a lot going on in his life. And again, he collected these dolls to hope to ward off evil spirits. So something in his mind told him that there were probably evil spirits wandering the island at night, and maybe to him, this one doll was just his like guiding light, and he personally believed that she was maybe helping him fight those evil spirits in a sense, because like I'm not trying to compare him to a child, but how like children sometimes will sleep with bears and stuff, and they'll have something to comfort them to fight off what they might personally believe is a demon or like a monster under the bed. Maybe in the same regards of like what could be happening here, maybe that doll was just something that he found to be helpful to him, and maybe he was aware of that. But who knows? Maybe there was something going on. It's tough to tell, and obviously I'm trying to be as respectful as possible because the man is long gone. May he rest in peace. And people today, use this as an opportunity to film paranormal videos. But there really could have been something psychological going on with the guy. For sure. And I wanted to go ahead and acknowledge that because that's what it's beginning to sound like the more I hear of his personal story. I mean, he seemed isolated too. Like, it didn't sound like he had like any family members that lived with him on this island. I mean, there could be a lot going on here that it's still fascinating. It's a fascinating story, but yeah.
So before we start the first investigation, check this out, dude. I didn't even see this. For all the babies never born, we will meet again. Mommy.
Oh, dude.
And a doll's holding that?
That's so sad. Nope. Is that Annabelle?
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
God, we literally just saw Annabelle, and it was one of the scariest nights of our lives.
This is the perfect time to start. So this piece of equipment is called the PSD, and if a spirit is here, it can use it to talk to us by choosing words in a library using EMF energy.
Oh my god, dude, that one has white eyes. This is the creepiest spot that we've ever done an investigation
I
in.
think so. From all the investigations we've done before in foreign countries, it doesn't seem like there's a language barrier in the afterlife, but if there is, we have Fede to help translate. So let's see what we can talk to right now. Is there anybody here with us? Augustina? Don Julian? You can come up to this device I'm holding in my... What was that?
There's a lot of cracks.
Did you just make that noise?
That was 3 knocks.
That wasn't happening before.
We've been in here for 10 minutes. There's been no knocks. Can you make another obvious sound?
If that was you, you can come up to this device I'm holding and communicate with us.
Something keeps tapping.
Yeah.
A lot of different taps.
And guys, just to preface, there's our guide and the guy who manned the boat and no one else.
It says important.
Important.
And kind.
It's important to be kind?
Yeah, it's important to be kind. Stand. Shirt.
Wait. Standing and shirt. Can you see us right now?
Farmers.
Oh.
Don Julian was a farmer.
Yeah, he was a farmer.
Dead.
He's a dead farmer.
Oh
Wait.
my god.
The dead farmer.
Famous.
Oh my god.
That makes too much sense.
This is Don Julian. If you can see us right now, can you say one of our names or point out to one person in specific?
Don Julian, how many people haunt this entire island? Or are there any non-human entities?
Did you just hear running?
Yeah.
It was like someone sprinted like choo, choo, choo,
I
choo.
heard footsteps.
Yeah.
Why does
that noise?
just got so quiet?
I hear someone like running.
Yeah, walking around. Was that you running around outside? Or Don Julian, is there somebody else here?
It just seems like it got so...
Arrest.
It just seems like it got so much darker.
Leather.
Oh!
I'm wearing leather pants.
None of us are wearing leather except for you. We just asked it to pick out someone.
Is this arrest and warrant? What was that? 50 years.
First thing I'm noticing is that there's a lot going on outside, even supposed running going on outside. Do I know if it's running or not? I don't know. But there's supposed running going on outside, and though the answers they're getting are interesting to say the least, they're not making an attempt to run outside and check on the running. They just are saying they hear this, and they're not even like they have 3 guys here. One of them could take a camera, walk out there, and just check really quick to see if there's any running. You know what I mean? I mean, it literally could be the wind blowing and dolls banging up against each other, plastic dolls making noise off in the distance. I mean, they're just hanging off trees. There's trees all around. That could be making noise. There's a lot of air leaks into these buildings. I mean, it's an old run-down place, so it's not crazy that it's making all this noise. You're on a doll island, and all of a sudden the wind blows, and you hear things just rattling, and who knows? Yeah, it's just, there's a lot here that's just, unfortunately, I think would tamper with evidence. That's why I said, like, if you ever do a video here, it'd be just a kind of a fun Halloween-y video. You can make kind of creepy and spooky, show off the dolls, and have fun talking about maybe some paranormal experiences you've had in your own personal life. But when it comes to, like, doing an investigation, I feel like it'd be very difficult to do at a location like this.
50 years is exactly how many years he was collecting dolls before he died. We're definitely talking to Don Julian. Do you like that we're here, or what are you gonna do tonight?
Julián, ¿estás con nosotros? ¿Puedes comunicarte con esta máquina?
August.
Augustina!
Yes.
Oh my god! That would be the closest thing in the dictionary to Augustina. This is crazy.
Stretched.
I took that as, you might have stretched that a little bit.
I'm hearing like...
That was just epic. That was epic. I thought that response, they didn't acknowledge that, but that's kind of how I took it. Augustina! That's the closest thing to the dictionary to Augustina. And then all of a sudden it says stretch. Like, no, I think you're stretching it a little bit.
Voices outside.
Me too.
Like that.
What was that?
Go check.
So weird, dude.
I'm so scared.
So it sounds like we got Don Julian and Augustina.
Same.
Unless Don Julian was talking about Augustina.
Surely.
So Don Julian can see us, and he pointed you out.
Running. We are running outside.
Oh, what if that was Augustina? Didn't you just say that Augustina is known to get up and like walk around?
Yes.
So maybe that was the spirit outside, like running around. That's crazy.
Wow. How is that making so much sense?
I have a crazy challenge if you guys want to do it. What if we have her choose one of us to hold her hand?
Or if she's not here, we know Don Julian's here, so he can choose as well.
We have 3 flashlights. We could put one next to each one of us and have this.
So the fact that it said farmer and dead was enough to convince you that Don is there?
Spirits choose one of us to hold Augustina's hand.
That sounds creepy, but I like it.
Alright.
Don Julian or Augustina, if you can hear me, who would you like to hold Augustina's hand?
We have 3 flashlights here. This one's mine. This one's Colby's.
Oh boy.
And this blue one behind Colby is. Oh my god! Oh fuck!
Oh my god, yes!
Yes.
Are you sure you wanna do this to me? Like, we can negotiate if you guys want. Like, look.
Oh!
Okay. Well, it chose Fede first, so...
Okay, guys, I'm gonna do it.
You're going to?
Yeah, just for you guys.
Okay.
Yes!
What if we asked you to do it in complete darkness?
Like, without light?
And just night vision?
Okay, that's fine.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Alright, sounds good.
Good thing he does scary videos, too.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, let's do this thing.
Augustina, I hope you don't get mad at me. This is just for fun. I'm gonna touch your hand. Just... I don't see her hand. I don't want to touch anything else.
That's actually good. Good. He's a respectful man.
Oh, I'm so scared.
This is scary. Like, this is the most haunted doll on the whole island. No pressure, though. Oh! We're gonna start the timer right now. Ready? For the next minute, Fede is gonna be holding Augustina's hand. If any spirit here would like to talk to us tonight, can you please come up to this flashlight and tap it? We just want to know if you like us.
Don Julian, if you're still in here, could you tap this flashlight? Or Augustina, do you like Fede holding your hand? Are you in here?
If you don't like that we came here to Doll Island, can you turn on this flashlight?
You see what I mean with the flashlight method? All you have to do is stand there and ask a bunch of questions until it finally decides to light up. And then you go with it. So like they just asked probably like 3 to 4 questions there and it's still refusing to light up. So the next few questions, if they decide to ask it, whatever one it lights up on is what they're going to go with. So that's one of the reasons why I just don't necessarily buy the flashlight method. You can make the argument, well, maybe the ghost is just not wanting to answer those questions. And it's like, okay, that's fair, but it's also a convenient thing for the people who are also doing the paranormal content because they can just go along with whatever. Yeah, it just, and then even make up a story going along with it.
It's a good thing, right? That means she's gonna protect us.
Well, she didn't say she liked us.
That's
None of the spirits did. It's weird because we got such perfect contact the first investigation, and then immediately it picked Fede. But like, why?
I mean, it kind of called him out too.
That was a minute. You did it, Fede.
You did it. I don't know how to feel about that. I'm not sure if Augustina's even here.
I don't know. Maybe we scared her off.
Maybe she's somewhere else on the island.
Oh yeah, that's right. Maybe we should go outside and take a look around more of the island.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, we're gonna go explore the rest of the island, but first we're gonna get a little serious. You guys know how big of mental health advocates we are, which is why we are so glad to announce our sponsor for today's video is BetterHelp.
There are a lot of misconceptions about starting therapy that can make it scary for somebody who's never tried it before. Like, how do you find the right therapist?
Yeah, or people think that you already have to have something that you're struggling with, like anxiety or depression, for it to even make a difference for you.
But the truth is, therapy is a tool that anybody can use to improve their life by just taking care of yourself. And BetterHelp's entire mission...
I don't want to have to say this, and especially during a thing. Is that supposed to be like a Dream doll behind him? Because that straight up reminded me of Dream's logo. The green hat, the green shoes, the smiley face. It just reminds me of Dream.
One of their best features is that if your first therapist just doesn't feel like the right fit for you, then you can easily switch over to someone else until you find somebody that you really connect with.
If you're struggling and you think you could benefit from therapy, just click the link in our description or go to betterhelp.com/Sam and Colby for 10% off your first session of therapy.
It's kind of interesting. I literally just got done talking about the psychological side of this entire thing with the Doll Island and Don Julian, and his problems that he could have been struggling with. And now they're doing a sponsor for BetterHelp. It's kind of just a weird kind of coincidence that I would be, trying to talk about his psychological problems and what he could have been dealing with the isolation, the guilt of finding this girl's body, and now he's trying to collect all these dolls because he might personally believe there might be some evil spirits or maybe his own guilt trying to harm him and haunt him. There's just so much here.
Because we just heard noises outside, we think the best idea would be to split up so we can cover as much ground as possible. So I'm gonna go where Don Julian drowned and where he found the little girl. Where are you guys gonna go?
We're actually gonna go by the bridges right where we entered because apparently there are many shadow figure sightings and movement across the bridges. This is the first time that we're gonna be on opposite sides of the island.
I don't want to be alone.
Yeah, you can come with me. Well, I gotta see 2 bridges, so Fede will come with me and you're by yourself.
Well, whatever. I like being alone.
What? Really?
Be careful.
Thank you.
Good luck.
I'll do my best.
Adios.
Adios, amigos.
Adios, amigos.
Bye, friends.
Oh my gosh, they're all ready for Halloween.
The thing of this bridge is that there's a lot
Halloween.
of spiders, so you just have to be careful with your head.
Oh god, too many spiders.
Augustina.
Augustina.
All right, guys, so I think I'm coming up to the spot where Don...
Augustina.
All right, guys, so I think I'm coming...
Sorry, he bumped his head on that red doll, and I thought it was like a hand.
up to the spot where Don Julian died himself and where he found that little girl drowned in the water. So right around here is where Don Julian died, and we know this because of this sign right here. I'm not sure exactly what this means, but all I know is that it was close by.
We are right outside the most haunted area. This is the hut that we just talked to Augustina in, and we are here right in front of 2 bridges.
I guess if Don was alive when he found the girl's body, and then of course he had to report it, let people know that, hey, there's a little girl's body I found. I guess they would have known if they found his body in the same exact spot, and maybe that's what, that's how they found out. That could be a very good possibility.
We put 2 pieces of ghost equipment called tracers, and they're lining the bridges. They'll allow us to see if anything walks over them. Fede, you want to demonstrate?
Yep. This is the first time I'm seeing something like this. I don't know where you get this from.
We make them ourselves now. Literally, if something were to walk across it, we're gonna be able to see it. And then we also have this piece of equipment called the Envoy. If a ghost comes up and physically taps it, it will be able to give us yes or no answers. So first off, is Augustina still with us?
Should I say that in Spanish?
Sure.
Agustina, ¿estás aquí con nosotros?
You can tell it. You can come up and tap this device.
Ah, okay.
Oh, it said yes.
Agustina, si estás con nosotros, manifiéstate con esa máquina que tenemos.
Yes, again! We definitely have their attention. Ask if the spirits like us. Does she enjoy that we're here?
Agustina, ¿podemos estar aquí contigo hoy? Agustina, ¿podemos quedarnos contigo?
No. Did you just ask if she likes?
She said
us?
no.
No again.
I asked if we can stay with her tonight.
Oh, if we could stay, and she's like, no. She wants us to leave.
Oh no.
Alright guys, so I found the exact area where Don Julian died. He had a heart attack and then fell into this water right here. And so I set up a static cam with a creepy doll that we brought from our own house. Look how terrifying this is. If anything gets near its head, it'll light up like this.
That's kind of neat.
Just imagine 70 years ago, Don Julian saw a little girl floating face down right here. And then the next day, he saw a doll face down floating in the exact same way, which is why there's so many dolls on this island now. I set the side camera right here just to see if this REM pod goes off, because if it does, it's probably the spirit of the little girl or Don Julian himself.
Are we in danger if we stay?
Agustina, responde con esta máquina. ¿Estamos en peligro si estamos contigo?
Yes. Yes. Oh my god, dude. Are you kidding me? So she's here, but she doesn't want us to stay. And if she says, if we stay, we're in danger.
Yeah. No.
What? Can we ask if the spirits can show us if they could walk across the bridge?
Okay.
Oh, it says no. Oh my god.
Agustina, si estás con nosotros, ¿podrías caminar por arriba del puente?
It says no again.
Agustina, camina por el puente ahora.
Maybe Colby has contact with Don Julian. Oh, what's that? That was right on the bridge, right?
Yeah. Agustina, ¿podrías hacer un ruido nuevo?
Oh, what the? Yes.
I asked if she can make a noise.
Okay, I've noticed that it doesn't look like there's any wind outside. At least right now, there's no wind. So what I said earlier could be, I guess, wrong. But I hope everybody can understand where I'm coming from when I say that, though, because look at all this stuff just dangling. I mean, come on. It seems like a natural thing that could happen easily.
Again. Agustina, ¿podrías hacer un ruido nuevamente?
Like, what I've noticed already is that Fede is already paranoid and already uncomfortable. And there hasn't really been a whole lot of, like, by far, this is absolute, like, paranormal activity happening. The guy already seemed like he was paranoid even before getting to the island. So when he got here, of course he's going to be a little bit spooked and freaked out. And again, there really hasn't been a whole lot that's like making me think that this place is 100% haunted. The only thing that they're saying is that they feel like they have absolutely made contact with Don Julian and Augustina. But even then, I'm still a little bit hesitant to even believe that at this rate, because they went off a couple words and they just, that's it, that's him. That doesn't seem like, no, we have like 100% proof that this is who you're saying it is, but they're saying it with confidence that this is exactly who it is.
Yes.
Yes again.
There's definitely some sort of wind happening.
It's clicking right on this second bridge over here.
Now you guys might be wondering.
I'm hearing something blowing in the background and like the animals barking, which that could have explained the scream if there's animals out there. An animal.
Wondering why I just wanted to go alone so easily, and it's because I want to prank Fede. Okay, so check this out. In my backpack here,
You see,
I brought
do you see what I mean, though? These places are good for pranks.
an absolutely terrifying clown mask. For those of you who've not seen Fede's channel,
I literally was just talking about this. I literally was just talking about the Clown Motel and how it's all about pranks. And now they're about to do a prank at the Doll Island.
he deals with a lot of clowns, and he's gonna have to deal with me too. This might be one of the meanest things we've ever done to one of our guests. So Fede, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. Everybody go subscribe to him. So I'm gonna put this on right now and then hide in home base and wait for them to come back.
One of the craziest
That was
things
definitely
about
an
these
animal.
canals, they might have been intertwined with the human blood that was done during sacrifices from the Aztecs hundreds of years ago. Maybe we should ask if there's spirits here from way, way before Don Julian. It says yes. Oh, it can understand me.
Every time you ask something, it responds.
Yeah, it's insane. Wait, okay, so is there spiritual energy here that was from the Aztec time, possibly to do with those human sacrifices? Can you just give us a clear and obvious sign, yes or no? Yes, again. Oh my god. Okay. So what we know is we got contact again. We're gonna be in danger if we stay. She doesn't want us to stay, but there could be energy from way before Don Julian or any of these dolls.
You're not alone.
A lot of the people said that these dolls were haunted by human spirits or people that drowned around the canals. What this is saying is it might have manifested from energy that's not human. Could be very dark or demonic even.
And we're getting right back into the demon category. Demonic. At least they didn't put title of their name, you know, the demonic island, but I guess there could be an understanding of why they might bring that up, actually, now that I think about it, because the man apparently said that he believed that there was some evil.
Each doll has like a different energy because some of these dolls, people from around the world brought them. We don't know any history of any dolls.
No, we
from
don't.
Here.
We got so much, maybe.
That's a good point, Fede. That's a good point, actually. He's right. We don't know anything about them, so to like to say that, you know, a lot of them are haunted and things like this is kind of not necessarily true. They could be easily just bought at the store and then placed there because they wanted to add to the doll collection.
Go check on Colby to see if he's doing all right.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Colby, you done over here? Colby?
Oh, he's about to prank him?
Oh, wow.
Fail.
He's too used to
I
it.
didn't like that.
Ah, dang it.
Oh my god. Literally, I'm like right here. I'm just like, okay, they're about to come. I'm gonna put my mask on. You're just like, we're gonna go check on Colby right now. I'm like,
I think I see what gave you away. I think what potentially could have given you away. Unless this was here before, it looks like he set his camera down right in front of the area where he was going to jump out. Like filming.
That was too quick. Dang it.
so quick.
I will never forgive you. Never.
I'm sorry.
Now Augustina is going to catch you.
Oh god, okay.
Oh, God. Guys, Fede does a lot of clown videos, and clowns hate him. So
Well,
we tried to
I might subscribe to you, Fede.
make it feel like home.
Kind of.
Kind of feels like home.
I was pretending just to see dolls, not clowns. But yeah.
We are here at Don Julian's house, where one of the most haunted dolls from Spain is located. We decided, why not do the Estes method?
Supposedly
We
haunted dolls.
asked for permission to go inside first.
Oh, that's actually a great idea. Why am I standing right here? This guy is better at ghost hunting than we are.
That's true.
What if we try to say it in Spanish? How do we ask for permission?
Don Julian, queremos pedirte permiso para entrar a tu casa.
Oh, there's no way. So you
One
got
more
this.
slower.
Don Julian,
Don Julian.
queremos pedirte
Queremos pedirte
permiso
permiso
para
para
entrar.
entrar
That's French. A tu casa.
a tu casa.
Exactly.
Did he say yes?
What is that?
Well, that could have been explaining some of the background noise. Thunder coming. At least they acknowledged it. At least they acknowledged there was thunder off in the distance. Now it's getting too close, though.
Sound positive at all. Can we enter your house? Thunder.
Then, if there's thunder, there's probably definitely wind.
I'm gonna take that as a great sign. Wouldn't you? We're gonna be doing the Estes method, and we don't speak Spanish, as you just witnessed. So we have Danny here to help translate whatever Fede gets underneath the Estes method. Let's get inside.
Let's do it.
Not creepy at all. Trust me, it's really nice in here.
Oh god.
Before we begin, who's in the back over there?
What happened was that the owner of that doll was living in Spain. She thought that she was haunted. So she heard about this island and she decided to bring her here to be with the rest of the spiritual dolls.
She thought she was haunted. Not saying she was, but for comfort reasons, she decided to let the doll go and bring it here. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Again, this is coming from somebody who believes in the paranormal, so I like that she said she thought it was a haunting. I know it's small, and I know people are going to be like, of course you're jumping on that small thing. No, I think it's important that she acknowledged that, because she believed that maybe this doll could have been haunted, and maybe it was tormenting her, or maybe she just just didn't know, and she was like, fuck it, I'm just going to get rid of the thing and see what happens. Maybe she felt better after she got rid of it. Who knows, right? For comfort reasons.
Okay, so basically, there are haunted dolls being imported here because just people don't want them anymore, and that's one of them from Spain.
Perfect.
And that's the one that has most activity, Augustina and
So other than Augustina, that's the next most haunted doll.
correct.
Right now, during this Estes, we're trying to figure out where the hauntings originated. Are they human entities that are possessing the dolls?
Oh, boy.
Or are they from something before Don Julian himself?
Fede, are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Are there any spirits here with us in the Don Julian house?
País.
Country.
In this country?
Are there multiple spirits here?
Malfunción.
Malfunction.
A malfunction?
Who are we talking to right now?
No.
Oh. So do you not want us here?
Visitas.
Visitors.
Visitors. He doesn't want visitors?
No visitors.
Sí.
Oh, no visitors, yes.
Is it because we're in his house? Are we talking to you, Don Julian? Do you not want us in your house?
Me encantaría.
I would love to.
I would love to.
Love to. Do you want us out of your house? Is that what you're saying?
Well, that made no sense.
Romper.
To break.
To break.
I would love to
break?
break.
He doesn't want anything to break? Here.
No voy a decir.
I'm not gonna tell.
I'm not gonna tell you.
What?
But he's not gonna tell us what breaking means? Earlier you told me and Fede that we were gonna be in danger if we stayed. What did you mean by that? Are we still gonna be in danger if we stay for a long time?
Are there other entities or spirits here that we should be afraid of?
Drásticamente.
Drastically.
Drastically?
Dolores.
Pain.
Drastic pain?
Drastic pain?
Yes.
Dolores is more like too much pain.
Are there energies here that are non-human?
Jugar.
Play.
So playful energies?
Yeah, are you talking about trickster spirits that are not human?
Coming.
And English words?
They seem. I've noticed this. A lot of ghost hunters tend to really lean into the hopeful possibility of whatever could be at these locations as demonic, and they will aim for that. Why I'm bringing this up is because he asked, are these trickster spirits that are not human? But why couldn't they be trickster spirits that pretend to be demons, right? Because I feel like that's a very good possibility, especially if it's something that I feel like if it wants to get rid of you, it might pretend to be a demon because they know how many people fear the concept of demons and that it's not human. And I just feel like that really it very is a good possibility. I'm not saying that it's a possibility, but I feel like it's just such a common thing anymore where people are just aiming to see if there's a demon around. Because obviously talking and bringing up demons, and if these devices can like say, yeah, it's a demon, it makes the video much more interesting. You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
Wait, so they're on their way?
They're on their way?
Trickster spirits.
What are you planning on doing?
Seguridad.
Security.
They're trying to protect the island.
What do you do to visitors that
I'm
you
a
don't
security
like?
guard.
Más.
More.
Should we be afraid of the non-human entities here on Doll Island?
Is there a specific non-human entity we should be afraid of?
Un poco.
A little.
A little. There is.
What about La Llorona?
We were talking about that.
Again, they kept La Llorona got brought up, an urban legend, a very well-known urban legend. But now they're using that. I don't know why, but they're using La Llorona. Again, they were jumping on it, hoping that something would be said when it comes to the inhuman concept, and they got it. They're like, there it is. Now there supposedly could be a demonic entity around or something evil.
On the way here.
Informado.
Inform.
I don't even know if she exists around here or not. Have you heard of the...
Sí.
Oh!
That's the non-human entity they're talking about.
Maybe. Are some of the dolls helping to protect against the non-human entities?
Yeah, like Augustina.
Caída.
Fall.
Fall. Oh, fall in the water. Isn't that how Don Julian died?
Yes, maybe something evil was trying to...
Well, Don Julian died of a heart attack, though, right? Though if he had a heart attack and he fell in the water, he could have drowned before he died of a heart attack, I guess.
lure Don Julian in the water and it was protecting him?
Well, part of the story was that Don Julian thought someone was dragging him underwater.
Alcanzó.
He reached.
Like something reached towards him?
It just sounds like someone's coming and they don't like no visitors.
I kind of want to see who this like non-human entity is, if it's La Llorona herself or something else.
Bastante.
Like too much. Bastante is also like too many.
Is there anything we can do to help?
Soon.
Later tonight.
We can help soon? Maybe we can tell... Is someone back here? Sound like multiple footsteps in our area. Okay, we're gonna try to help you right now. If you think that's a good idea, can you let us know?
Me gusta.
I like that.
Oh,
God, okay.
that's crazy.
Okay, that's perfect.
Oh my god, that's crazy. What'd you think of that, Danny?
That was really scary.
Really scary?
That made so much sense.
Really?
Yes.
Not really.
Almost every...
Not really. I still don't understand how La Llorona was mentioned and brought up here. I still don't understand that. It really confuses me. I don't know where. Is it because it's a Spanish urban legend? I don't know. I truly don't know.
Every single thing you said, 80-90% of what you said made sense.
Makes sense, yeah.
Alright, that was an insane Estes method. Here's what we know so far. One, the spirits after hours don't like visitors. And we were saying, like, are there other, like, non-human spirits? They said they're coming. As if, like, maybe at nighttime there's some sort of security or some sort of, like, other thing that doesn't like visitors. Well, what are you gonna do? And it said, desperately painful.
And now I'm thinking, like, why would La Llorona want to be security for a doll island? How does that add up at all with the story of La Llorona?
Something like that. I was like, that's absolutely terrifying.
Or is it because in the story of La Llorona, she's always looking for her child that's supposedly drowned, right? Isn't that the story of La Llorona? I guess they connected it with the child who drowned. And maybe Don.
That means we are gonna die.
Probably.
We might die.
But I think Augustina is the good one. It seems like she wants to protect us.
And specifically protect us from maybe La Llorona. La Llorona, or in English, the Weeping Woman, is one of the most famous ghosts in the world, and the legend may have started here on this island. She's universally seen as a woman in a wet white dress, lurking around water and wailing, looking for children to drown. The reason she's known for this is because in life, after her husband cheated on her, she was so devastated that she drowned her 2 kids and then drowned herself. She is known to lure young men walking near bodies of water, seducing them and then drowning them. And what's really strange is the closer she is to her victims, the further away her wails seem.
I for certainly I thought they were going to try to connect Don's death with La Llorona.
We were saying, is La Llorona like something that the spirits have seen here? And it was like, yes, like a little bit. We just don't want to piss it off because we're like, what is it gonna do to us? And it basically said, I'm not gonna tell you. So, hi!
I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, it also said break, so it might like break our arms or something.
I just don't want to drown and end up like Don Julian.
It said fall!
It did say fall!
Oh, God.
But anyway, we're gonna find a spot right now to do our final investigation. We haven't even seen the other side of the island.
Am I saying this right? Isla de las Muñecas.
Say it again. Isla de las Muñecas.
Muñecas.
Yes, yeah, muñecas.
Isla de las Muñecas.
Exactly, yeah, perfect.
That's right.
Good Spanish, good Spanish.
That's
Like and
right.
subscribe, guys.
Yeah. Holy shit, it has like my body, dude.
Looks like she looks like the Exorcist.
God! Oh, they have trophies. You think that's all of their winnings of the most haunted island in the world?
Yeah, probably.
It's about soccer, football.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Don Julian was the best soccer player.
We have an altar. This is an altar.
This is an altar?
What?
Yeah.
Wait, for what?
If you guys saw the movie Coco, that's where they put the pictures of the dead families, and yeah, they put flowers.
Oh, wow.
These yellow flowers from Mexico.
Oh, wait, is this Don Julian's altar?
Julian Santana, yes.
Oh, wow, yeah.
We made it to the
Kinda
other
cool.
side of the island.
Yeah.
Not that big of an island. It's probably like a half a football field.
Kind of, yeah.
Something like that.
Did we show them the tree?
Yeah, we talked about that.
Our guide came up to us right after that and said past investigators have shown those specific dolls carry the most paranormal activity. They might not be the most active, but like that area is the most paranormally active.
We should try something there.
Let's go check it out.
Let's do it. This is the tree we were talking about, right? Wow, God, look at that spider. That's huge.
Oh my my god! That's so scary. Dude, no, are you gonna make a jump? I don't want to be over here. We can't see it. Is that doll completely charred?
I'm not touching.
Well, you know there's like probably spiders all over the insides of those dolls. They crawled through the eyes.
Oh god, it went inside of the doll. The non-human entities could be spiders. Think about it.
We have a little idea for a ritual to end this off. We can do it right here underneath this sacred tree with the spiders.
Oh god.
All right, guys, we
Why couldn't it have been butterflies?
have acquired the doll for the ritual. We are going to make this doll our offering to the doll island. Hopefully that means that no spirits will come home with us, because as we learned at the very beginning, if you do not respect and you do not offer, then the energy comes home with you.
And this thing has been in our home for months. Like, we've had this in our React studio for so long, so it has a lot of our energy attached to it.
All right, so we found this nice little piece of string.
Right next to this moldy bunny.
Can't win them all, sorry guys. We're going to hang her up as an
Did you turn her on first? I did not mean it in like a weird way.
It's a doll, dude.
Dude, you just flip on the on switch on the back, dude.
Where is her on switch?
It's up
Up her dress?
I'm serious,
Yeah.
man.
Okay, I'm sure
I
that's what
didn't-
you meant. You're gonna dig up her dress to turn her on.
I did not
Dude,
design
this is a serious
doll.
ritual.
There we go. See, check that out. Isn't that creepy?
Okay, I want to know how it works because I have no idea.
So the way it works is it has a little EMF field. So basically it has a little energy around its head. So if someone were to come into...
All right.
Okay, we're gonna relax on that. So if someone were to break that field, that circle, then it would turn on. Hopefully during our ritual, that does not go off.
If it does,
We run.
Actually, the boat is not there. We have to stay overnight.
what?
What?
Yeah, we have to think where we are gonna sleep. I'm just kidding, guys.
We could cut. What? Okay, let's start this ritual. It is possible that the canals of Doll Island inspired the legend.
Yeah, I don't know if I would want to. Okay, so the island potentially had the inspired the legend of La Llorona, which I'm at least glad they're acknowledging it's a legend, because the way they've been talking is like La Llorona is a real thing, and it's like it's just a legend. Like that does not mean it's real, but they were confident about it, and it's a neat and interesting legend. I'll give it that. There's other legends that kind of go along the same route of La Llorona, which is like Bloody Mary and things along those lines, which is also an urban legend.
Of La Llorona because of the amount of drownings that happened in the area for hundreds of years. Don Julian actually used to hear what he described as the songs of mermaids luring him into the water before he died. Urban legend says that you can summon La Llorona by lighting red
It seems like Don had something going on. Like, it really does feel like this man was suffering through some psychological shit.
candles and chanting her name surrounded by mirrors. We are ready to do our ritual. Have you ever performed a ritual?
Yes, but not like this.
We went really hard, all right, guys? We are trying to summon La Llorona or any other non-human entity here at the Doll Island. And we have obsidian glass mirrors. This stone was actually religiously sacred to the Aztecs. Like we talked about before, the Aztecs used to do human sacrifices around these areas. So what we're hoping to do is use all of these items to summon La Llorona, which she's known if you use red candles as well as mirrors, she will come. We're gonna all sit here in a circle, light these 3 candles, and speak La Llorona 7 times out loud. And then we're gonna wait for a sign. If we get a major sign, she may have entered the circle, which as you see, we have an EMF rope all around, so we'll be able to see if anything enters. Let's get started. You guys ready?
Ready?
We can never turn around. We have to look through the mirrors to see what's behind us.
If something shows itself through the mirror, we know that La Llorona is here. Let's go back to back in the triangle. We'll count to 3 and start. You got your candle,
Yep.
and you can see yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
On the count of 3, we're gonna start chanting La Llorona.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
La
Llorona. La Llorona. La Llorona.
How many times?
non-human entity is here. You can show yourself, give us an obvious sign, or blow out a candle.
I can't even see if Colby's is lit. There it
Can we
is.
say her name again? Maybe we didn't do it enough. 3, 2,
So you're just gonna say it until something happens then?
1. La Llorona.
La.
It must be cold outside. I can see their breath.
La Llorona. What was that? Did you hear that? Yeah, to the left.
That was you. Give us a clear and obvious sign.
Are you here with us?
It was probably a tree, guys. I don't want to be that person, but it was probably a tree.
Dude, there it is again.
Same thing.
Yeah, sounds like footsteps. Augustina, please protect us.
That move worked.
I don't know. The only thing I've heard is like a couple footsteps, that's it. That could be Augustina. La Llorona, can you give us an obvious sign? We need to know that you're here. Did the ritual work? See, what was that? What? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Am I the only one hearing things?
Yeah, what is happening?
Now it's to the right, right, Fede?
Yeah, it was nice.
But she's not close to us, but she's walking around. I don't know.
Wait a second. The legend of La Llorona is like when it's further away, that's actually when she's right near.
Really?
And when you think she's really, really close, that means she's far. It plays with your head. So if you're saying she's not near, that's actually a bad thing. Let's face each other and just put a piece of equipment.
So it's a psychological kind of thing that makes you think that way.
In the middle of us and see if it goes off.
Okay.
We'll do the same thing. Now that we've started to hear noises, we have the REM pod here. Let's take all of our handles back. This REM pod does the same thing that our doll does. It makes a little EMF field, and if anything were to break that field, it'll go off. So if something is right here in the center, we'll know. All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2.
That was on 3.
Okay, let's see if it works. 1, 2, 3.
La Llorona. La Llorona.
La
Llorona.
Llorona. Oh my god.
She's
Oh my
here.
god.
No way.
I think that worked a lot better.
Yeah, definitely.
Or at least to your benefit. This spirit might be claiming to be La Llorona. I mean, if I had to be honest with you, I don't believe that. I just don't believe it's La Llorona. There's almost literally nothing that has spoken to me that La Llorona is on this island. But we needed a better way to communicate.
Okay.
Oh, right when you turned it on. Literally right when you turned it on.
Oh my god. We just were about to begin. Alright, that's a perfect sign. Let's turn on the spirit box.
Yeah, let's see if this is La Llorona. La Llorona, are you here?
Has to be me. Something like that?
Just silence?
What was that?
Muerto.
What does that mean?
Dead.
Dead.
Dead?
Oh,
Muerto.
you're dead. It's like a threat. Are you trying to make us dead?
I thought it said yes in English. What is your intention? Are you trying to hurt us or protect us?
Llorona, estás aquí con nosotros, danos una señal.
Someone right there.
And I'm beginning to... they've already kind of confirmed that there are 2 other people on the island that will, like, get them, back to where they need to be. So, and we've already seen the tour guide. There's 2 other people on the island, so the walking around really wouldn't surprise me all too much. But then again, they're not really going and investigating the walking around. They're just saying footsteps on the screen and never actually going and checking or trying to debunk what that noise could be. So I can't really just sit here and say, yeah, that is 100% somebody walking around and running around when there's not even an attempt to go and check. So they're just going with it as that's what's happening. So I can't unfortunately say that's real footsteps or not.
Far away, like you said.
Yeah.
Was that you?
Are there multiple non-human entities here?
You will see.
Whoa.
You will see.
What are you about to do? I thought we were trying to help you.
It said señorita, I think.
Can we do anything to help you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That was so clear. Do you know who Don Julian is?
Whoa!
Your candle?
Your candle just blew out?
Wait, when did that happen?
That is the main sign that La Llorona is here. His candle's blowing out.
But I never saw when.
I had no idea when it happened either.
Me neither.
Oh my god.
What did we
Wait,
do?
it said dead?
When.
I had no idea when it happened either.
Candle? Do you know who Don Julian is? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That was so clear. Do you know
I'm gonna say it right now. I find it insanely suspicious that they cropped out the top of this guy's head.
who Don Julian is?
That to me is a little sus. Like he 100% might not have blown that candle out, any of them, but they cropped him out. They unfortunately, and this was a stupid thing to do. Why would you crop that part out? That could easily have been people now talking like he faked it, because
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That was so clear. Do you know?
again, I don't want to say Fede is the one who did that, but what am I supposed to think when you crop off his head and I can't even see if he blew on it or not? That was a terrible editing decision right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it looked like it took some time because he was just moving
Yes.
like, look,
That was so clear.
he's moving right now, and then they cut and he's just standing still.
Do you know
He's got a hand back in his pocket.
who Don Julian is?
That's unfortunate. That might have been probably potentially the creepiest thing to happen here. And there's like a wind or something because the candle's like losing it. There's some sort of wind happening because the candles are like blowing this way. And his goes out, but I don't even know if it actually went out from the wind or him or you should not have cut out his head.
Whoa!
Your candle?
Your candle just blew out?
Wait, when did that happen?
That is the main sign that La Llorona is here. His candle's blowing out.
But I never saw when.
I had no idea when it happened either.
Me neither.
Oh my god.
What did we
Wait,
do?
it said dead and then your candle blew out? I actually have no idea.
But then, yes, there's something that we can do.
I still have no idea what we can do, but maybe we try to figure that out.
La Llorona, what can we do to help or to appease you? Do you want an offering like we gave Augustina? Were you the one that led Don Julian into the wall?
You cropped his head out again!
Gave Augustina? Were you the one that led Don Julian into the water? What the? Again!
Whoa!
Look away, and it's
Again!
only Fede.
Wait, that is not good.
You record?
Yeah! It's targeting
He recorded it, but he didn't show what your head was doing. Ah, man, that sucks.
Fede.
Hasn't something been
Wait.
targeting him all night?
Yeah, and from the very beginning, it was choosing you. It probably recognizes you because you've been here before.
This is so weird.
Maybe Fede should be the person to give the offering. Like, this is our doll, but like, I feel like he should be the one to give it back to the land.
So what do we do? Just leave it here forever?
I just don't want the energy to come back with us because the only real clear word we got was dead.
Let's just try to figure out where we should give this offering, if we should leave it
Or it could be his candle.
here, if she wants it somewhere else. If that happens to you one more time, we should stop. La Llorona, to confirm, do you want an offering? No?
No. Doesn't want one of us.
Look at that wind. Look at his going crazy.
No. Dead?
Dead again?
It's like siente, like feel.
Feel?
Like you'd have to feel dead.
Feel like
wait,
you're
wait,
dead?
Wait. I don't know if I'm like thinking too deep about this, but I just said that our doll has our energy because it was in our house for so long. If it wants to feel like we're dead, is there a way that we can like kill this doll? Does that make sense?
Or put it right back where the original dead doll was.
And she was the one that lured Don Julian into the water. If we just reenacted that with our own energy, maybe that's like what she's talking about.
Where are you getting that this person lured Don Julian into the water?
Are you saying drown our doll?
Yeah, as crazy as
It sounds weird.
that sounds.
Maybe that's like our offering, like that's our human sacrifice. Just like the Aztecs a long time ago.
Oh my god, because it's a part of us.
That's really
What the fuck is happening right now? They're gonna throw the doll into the water and drown it, even knowing it's a doll. An electrical doll at that. I mean, it has like eyes light up because, you know, when you get around it. A few miles away, the Aztecs would do human sacrifices, supposedly. And that somehow connects to us sacrificing our doll because it has our person, our energy attached to it. and that would count as a human sacrifice. I'm genuinely kind of confused. Like, it's all connected, obviously, but like I'm confused on why they are getting to this point.
Great, I mean, I'm down.
Should we get confirmation on that?
You cut his head off again. You keep cutting his head off.
Oh my god!
Again.
A third time! The third time!
Wait, okay, we should stop.
The third time it goes after you. What?
No way.
Bro, wait, this is actually dangerous.
Okay.
Okay, let's take that doll, let's go over there, and then let's get off of this island.
They cut his head off 3 times. My God.
So right behind us is...
How do you expect people to take it seriously and know if you're not faking if you don't even show us like the one thing that someone could actually do to fake a candle blowing out? Oh man, that aggravated me.
Where Don Julian died. He had a heart attack here in 2001.
And he also found the little girl floating right here.
That
and
sucks.
So we believe we were talking to La Llorona, and she said that she wants us to feel dead. Since this doll has our energy from being in our house for so long, best thing I could think of is that we just drown the doll where they died as well.
Well, the doll that he found was 1 day after the little girl, so it almost represented her death. This can represent our death.
So La Llorona, if you're still with us, if you can hear us, let this be our offering to you. Please do not follow us home. You can keep this doll. It has our energy, and we will never come back to this island.
This is our sacrifice.
You ready?
Ready.
Wait, because it was targeting Fede, should he be the one to say this is my sacrifice?
You want to do it?
I'm down.
You don't have to. I just want to make sure she's not going to be coming after you.
The thing is that I can never come back in my life. There's no way I come back after this.
Too dangerous.
La Llorona, this is my...
But I've never felt it was dangerous. This entire time, I felt like these guys were fine. It just feels like a lot of paranoia. You know what it feels like? It feels like when you intentionally want to scare yourselves. Like you sit around a campfire and you start telling the creepiest of stories and you're starting to get that feeling in your mind like someone could be watching you. It's like that, but brought to an extreme. That's what it feels like to me.
human sacrifice. We will never come back again.
So is this like you're technically committing a murder? Well, don't let the dog go. That was something. Holy schmoly. That was the Doll Island. Cool island. A lot of fun. That was cool. I liked everything about the look of it. Were they really talking to La Llorona? I don't think so. I don't think they were. I'm pretty strong about how I feel about what I said throughout the entirety of the video. Is just it felt like a bunch of paranoia to me. And they were so confident. You know, that's the thing. They were so confident in talking about what, you know, potentially what was the cause of everything going on. I mean, even the guy, even them saying like this guy heard sirens. He heard mermaids supposedly out in the water. I really believe there was something going on with this guy. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I know a lot of people might find it to be disrespectful. I'm not meaning it in a disrespectful way. It would make sense to me. Let me know in the comments what you think here. What are your thoughts? That was weird. The ending was weird to me. I still don't know what the fuck. Like, okay. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member if you like these reactions, and I'll continue to do reactions for you guys. Let me know what you think, and I'll check you all out in the next video. Do take care.
Reactions are nothing new. However, there is one man on a mission who wants to prove the world a fakery. He used to follow all these paranormal shows. Now he's had enough. He is done. Dark starts is throwing down. Coming after all these paranormal clowns. He is watching, not letting them get away. All these fakers, they're gonna have to pay. Is throwing down, coming after all these paranormal clowns. He's watching, not letting get away. All these fake stars tearing the fakers apart. He with his heart, no one dare tell him catch me yet, because Jacobs has your back. Yeah, John Starks has your mark. Is throwing